It's the NFL on EA Sports, where we'll see two of the NFL's oldest and most storied franchises. It's the Green Bay Packers and the Detroit Lions on Thursday night primetime.
From the automotive capital of the world, we get a look at a venue that pays homage to that industry. Welcome to Ford Field here in Detroit, Michigan. Thanks for joining us, everyone. With my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. And like so many matchups in the NFL, Brock, our focus goes right to the quarterbacks in this one. Both of these guys, players who've been around the league now for some time, they've definitely established themselves as veterans who know how to win football games.
Yeah, I think the word of the day, Kate, is definitely experience. Two guys who've been through the season several times over, have seen a lot at this point in their career, and been through quite a bit on the field. All that experience is stored up there right between the ears. And the one who is more skilled at leveraging that experience, more than likely is going to come away with the win.
Here's Brandon McManus to get this one going. And we're off and running from Ford Field. Greg Reynolds to return it. He stopped on the return at the 27. So the Lions take the field for their first drive. And leading them out in his 9th NFL season, he experienced a real resurgence last year. It's Jared Goff.
Kate, there are other flashier quarterbacks that make more highlight reel plays than Jared Goff. There certainly are bigger and stronger athletes playing the position today, but Jared's just a throwback, a guy that understands the timing and the precision. I love that he knows what he is and what he isn't when it comes to his skills. And it's why he's been able to flourish in multiple places and why he continues to sustain a lot of success in this league.
Throwing right away here, Goff. Pass is caught. That's Tim Patrick. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. With third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Running it with David Montgomery. Has a lane past the 45. And he's finally hauled down at the 43. They strike for 23 yards. And that'll be first down, Detroit.
Those outside runs so critical for running back, quarterback, O-line to hit their targets. They got a target area to expose that defense and make the most of it. And that offense just put on display some teaching tape for it.
Off play action, Goff. And he can't escape. The Packers drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
Offense to the line for second down. Trying again following the sack. Finds his man. It's Amon-Ra St. Brown. And they're going to bring him down at the 36.
The smartest pass catchers I've ever been around, they know how to set up an outcut beautifully. They recognize when they have leverage, how to sell the deep route, and then boom, they just break it out as if it's nothing.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Shotgun snap here to Goff. Complete beyond the marker. He's got the first down grab and still going. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Yeah, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the first down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. 1st and goal. They'll run here. It's Montgomery. And they make a stop at the last minute. It's a game down to the 1. He gets him 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd and goal.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
We've arrived at the end of one on Thursday night. Couple of zeros on the board right now. We're back to Ford Field right after this. We're all set to bring you the second quarter. Lions well within striking distance. Montgomery. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Lions get the game's first points here in the second. David Montgomery with the touchdown. No doubt about that one, Brock. They softened that defense up with that lengthy opening series. And then the front just couldn't stand up to the run as they reached the end zone.
Yeah, the numbers tell you, kind of just like baseball, you love home runs, you love explosive plays, but when you can play small ball and you can keep that defense gasping on the field, you can often run it right down their throats in the red zone.
Now it's Jake Bates for the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. Fox now to kick this one away. It's Keyshawn Nixon with the return. He stopped on the return at the 27. So now it's the Packers getting out on offense for their opening drive. Bringing them out, someone who wowed last year in his first chance as a starter, Jordan Love.
Well, we've had to wait until the second quarter to finally see him and his offense out there. And we're going to see what they have in them here, Kate, in a hurry. Got a touchdown. With how long they've been sitting over there, I know the feeling. You're chomping at the bit and likely going to be pretty aggressive with the football.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Here's Josh Jacobs getting his first look on the ground. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Thrown on first down, Love. Into the hands of Romeo Dobbs. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
They go counter. It's Jacobs. Oh, stiff arm. And he's going to have this one down to the 43 on a good run. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Love out of the shotgun. Taken in by Dobbs. And he works this to the 38 before going down. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the first down that comes with it.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
On 1st and 10, here's Love. That's reeled in by Jaden Reed. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
That's caught Tucker Kraft. And he gets this forward to the 19.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Love to throw again. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete.
That drop ruins the payoff to a well-designed play. It got a man open and beat the coverage. That's a call they can revisit in the future with hopefully a much better job finishing the catch.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Shotgun now for Love. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete.
You know, these 3rd and short situations, you rep them all the time. Snap after snap, rep after rep. You're expecting man-to-man coverage in that down and distance, and you're expecting to execute. A time on 3rd and short, they can't get the job done.
They'll run for it. Jacobs. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. The Packers take their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Love from the gun. Escapes the pocket. Steps up and he's running with it. And this one does not go far. Now timeout taken by Green Bay. That's its 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Love now. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch.
As a quarterback, when you have an out route versus man coverage, you're just hoping and just praying your offensive guy can turn the hips of that defender. And once you see that, you got to cut it loose and let it go, just as they did right there.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Love. Into traffic, complete. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. To the air with Love. Too far out of the back of the end zone it goes, incomplete.
Quarterbacks, well, they're a lot like sharpshooters in the NBA. Sometimes they're just going to miss. You've got to shake it off and keep on firing.
So after the incomplete pass, here's 2nd and goal. Love now to throw. He's on the move. Oh, he was on the move, but so is the defense, and they take him down. We've arrived at halftime here in Detroit. The Lions defending their building. They've got the lead at the break. Now we'll send you south to our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Reports with Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in a bit. First, time for our EA Sports Halftime Reports. In that first half, it was David Montgomery who proved to be tough to stop. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break. This has been a hard-fought battle thus far. Just the 1 touchdown to this point is still anybody's game at 7-0, as both of these defenses have been out there trying to one-up one another.
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the 2nd half. Fox now to kick this one away. Jaden Reed to return this. He stopped on the return at the 27.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
They're out and set, first and 10. Jacobs gets it to start the drive. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Here's Love to throw. He's going to loft one deep to the left. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete.
I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that was just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
So 4th down, here comes Daniel Whelan to send it flying for the Packers. Fair catch called for, and he's got it right near the 30-yard line. No return on that punt, and the Lions will go on offense. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Throwing is gone. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. Looking for Sam Laporta with that one. So it'll be 2nd down.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Out of the shotgun. Goff. Got Williams, and it's complete. And looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Jair Alexander with the stop. Third and 6 for them to figure out now. From the gun, Goff. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
On comes Jack Fox to handle the 4th down punt for the Lions. He calls for the fair catch and has it at the 22-yard line. So no return on that punt. And the Packers will take over possession. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Jacobs. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. They stick with Jacobs. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Tackled by Jack Campbell. They'll get that yard back, but no more. It's 3rd and 10. throwing, Love. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along the route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
The Packers send out their punting unit. And this is the 2nd time he's been brought on to kick it. His first effort went 47 yards. Brock looks to have a little more into this one. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. We've reached the end of the 3rd quarter on this Thursday night. It's Lions ball as they try to keep that lead and close out a win. New set of downs for him at the 38. Tight end in motion right. Goff on 1st and 10. That one's caught along the left sideline. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
All set up for an insurance score here. It's 1st and goal. Give up the gut to Montgomery. And they needed more than one defender. Their powerful runner stopped for just 1 yard.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Now it's 2nd and goal from the 1. Once more, it's Montgomery. And this time he gets it done. Touchdown! The Lions go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. David Montgomery with the touchdown. Took a couple of runs into that wall before they finally punched it across for the score.
Well, that defensive front, you know they were dialed up to make a stand, but it was going to be a challenge to make another 2 stops even after that one. That crack formed in the wall, and it burst through for a touchdown.
Bates now for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Lions double their lead to 14. Fox now to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Reed. And this drive will start inside the 25. The drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Takes the handoff, now Love. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. This one misses the tight end. So that brings up 2nd down.
They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those chunk throws. Getting a completion like that, well, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
A 2nd down throw here for Love. Has it to his back. Here's Josh Jacobs. And it'll be brought down along the 25-yard line.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
We've reached the 2-minute warning in Detroit. Packers 14 points back. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Throwing now from the gun. That's caught for the first. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. The Packers take their first time out. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Need to work as quick as you can here, Brock. 2 timeouts left, down 2 scores. It's first down. Here he is to throw. Finds a seam down the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 22 on that one. And it'll be first down, Packers. The Packers trying to hurry to the line. Throwing now. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Finds him over the middle. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. Second and 3 now. To throw. The throw is caught. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
The Packers trying to hurry to the line. Looking to throw it. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Kirby Joseph picks it. And the Lions take over and have it starting out at the 18-yard line.
I know exactly what the quarterback was envisioning when he let that one go. Touchdown, baby. Not long after, I know exactly what he was thinking. Oh, no! Give me that one back, because the coverage baited him perfectly into that throw, and even more so, picked it off.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. With the win in hand, they don't take the knee. Let this clock run out. Timeout taken by the Packers. Their 3rd and final one. That's all they had. So the offense free to start running the clock down now. Lining up to take a knee on second down. Your favorite formation, right, Brock? The victory formation here as he takes a knee.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
Setting up for the kneel down on 3rd. So it's 1 for the win column for the Lions. And a lot to be happy with on both sides of the football as they come away with a total team victory in this one. So for my partner Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. It's a win for the Lions, as we'll see you next time from Detroit.